Hold on tight, because we're going to take you on a journey that will leave you speechless. AnnMargret is the quintessential Hollywood firebrand, and we have the images to prove it. You'll want to stay until the very end, because the best pictures are yet to come. This isn't just a trip down memory lane. It's a front-row ticket to the moments that made her a legend. Let's begin by introducing AnnMargret. She was born in Sweden in 1941, immigrated to the United States as a young child, and made a huge splash in the 1960s. She is the husky-voiced redhead who danced with Elvis in Viva Las Vegas and won people over with Bye Bye Birdie. However, her ability to ramp up the heat, both on and off screen, is what really got people talking, not simply her talent. AnnMargret brought this wild, daring spirit that left nothing hidden. And the proof? She wasn't here to play it safe. It's in those recognizable images that continue to captivate followers to this day. What do I mean, therefore, when I say nothing to the imagination? Let's begin with the 1964 film, Viva Las Vegas. Imagine this. Elvis can hardly keep up with AnnMargret, who is wearing a tight red dress and moves like she owns the area. Every curve and spark is captured by the camera, and it's electric. Not only is she singing, but she's also challenging you to turn away, and no one could. The stills from that film, which wasn't afraid to flaunt her, they are blazing hot. She's all in, holding nothing back. And those photos don't lie when fans say it's one of the sexiest couples ever. It's not just that one movie, though. Consider The Swinger in 1966, when she's riding a motorcycle, wearing a glittering bodysuit, and giving the camera an expression that reads, "Catch me if you can." The promotional photos and posters, they shout AnnMargret at her most outrageous. They're bold, and they're in your face. Whether it was her clothing that left little room for speculation, or her riding a Triumph, like a complete badass, she wasn't hesitant to break boundaries. She would even get excited between shoots, laughing and posing, according to the crew, giving them extra shots that wound up all over the place. She brought that kind of additional. Let's continue. Tommy in 1975 is an additional example. In the moment where she is coated in baked beans, chocolate, and soap suds, while rolling about in a white dress that is essentially see-through by the end, she plays this over-the-top mother in the rock opera. There is chaos, and AnnMargret is saying, "Here I am, deal with it." The pictures from that, crazy. Although she received an Oscar nomination for it, what really resonated with viewers was the unvarnished, unadulterated atmosphere in those stills. She threw herself into it, rather than merely acting, and the photos reflect that. What caused her to get so big? A free spirit has always been a part of AnnMargret. She began her career in Vegas as a vocalist with George Burns, dazzling the staging glitzy costumes that clung to her. She was prepared to breach the law by the time Hollywood caught her. She once claimed to adore speed in life as much as on her Harley. Whether she's straddling a bike, posing with Elvis, or sporting a plunging neckline at a premiere, her excitement permeates every picture. Fans embraced her decision to show the world who she was, rather than hide. Let's discuss a few noteworthy images. One from the 1970s features AnnMargret wearing a silver jumpsuit, with her hair wild and split down the front. She smirks, as if she knows she's invincible. People can't get over how she rocked that look, and it's from her Vegas days, and is currently trending on the internet. Then there's a carnal knowledge, still, from 1971, featuring Jack Nicholson. She's wearing a smooth robe that's falling off, and the tension is so intense that it's palpable. She received another Oscar nomination for her role, but the photos, they are the reason it continues to exist. Unvarnished, honest, and unapologetic. It's not just the past either. In 2022, at the age of 81, She proves she still has that passion by attending the Hollywood Beauty Awards, wearing a black dress with a low-dipping neckline. When the images appeared on social media, supporters asked, "Wait, how old is she?" She still rides and poses like a rock star on her lavender Harley with daisies. She isn't holding back, as evidenced by recent updates, such as her 2024 Women's Image Awards moment in a chic gown. The evidence is obvious. AnnMargret is timeless and continues to provide us with everything. Why is this important then? Because AnnMargret is a mood, rather than just a nice face in old pictures. By combining snarky and sweet, she dominated the 1960s and 1970s and never once expressed regret. She's saying, "This is me, take it or leave it," in those photos, which are more than simply visual pleasure. She has been unfiltered from Elvis to Tommy to now, which is why we remain enamored. They don't hold anything back. Each shot is a tiny bit of her legend. This is the main conclusion. You've stayed with me, and it's obvious. AnnMargret never wanted to leave anything up to the imagination. She has lived loudly, given intense love, and looked amazing while doing it. There is more out there, and she is continuing to add to the story. But those photos are only the beginning of the evidence. Do you want to continue the celebration? To ensure you don't miss the next round of AnnMargret's magic, press the subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave a comment with your favorite AnnMargret moment. See you at the next one, and let's continue to honor her.